Get the adventure on a roll. Let's get into it. You'll be fine. Alright, folks. So, welcome to our Icewind Dale Rime of the Frostmaiden on Saturdays. And I'm your Dungeon Mister, and we are joined by a few of our players today. If you guys want to say hey or something, it's just 3 of you today, so make the haze count.
Hello.
Hi, Twitch.
And we are down a couple of players today, but they will be back in a couple of weeks. We will be taking next week off, but, well, the story continues no matter how many bodies are on the ice. And, well, with the story continuing, let's get into this little recap before we pick up where we were last time. So, last time, with Mokatir and Sonar taking their leave to head to Bryn Shander as quickly as possible, you started your investigation of the now desolate Dwergar fort, finding a note from the leader of this troop to another one regarding the East Haven ferry. You found a handful of spore-infested folk that attacked on sight, as well as some valuable loot, including all of these stolen items from Kaer Koenig. Took a quick breather and set off back to town to inform them of the Dwergar's demise, as well as return most of the stolen items. Wanting to rest up for the evening before setting out in full, stuck around for a bit and discussed your next move. Malverick wanting to head to East Haven to go after the escaped Dwergar leader. The rest of you were curious about the elven tomb of the moon that you had explored some few days prior, hoping to get there before the new moon, as some doors would open or be openable. Somewhat agreeing, you all took off in the morning, now with a dog sled and a pair of dogs, headed across the tundra. All was going well, and you bedded down close to Lonely Wood on the other side of the Kelvin's cairn. But your rest was disturbed by a frost druid of Orals who had a vendetta against Severage, along with a goat who seemed intelligent enough. Talking her down was not of any use, as Alara spoke to her in the darkness. A fight quickly broke out. Wielding the power of frost and snow at her command, this druid was a tough foe, but through some quick actions you ended her life as she turned to ice in front of you. And that's where we're going to pick up. Still in the middle of the night, you guys were about halfway through your rest. Is there anything you'd like to do before bedding back down on the tundra? One of your sled dogs dead as well.
Phineas is on the ground on his knees with a bloody pine cone. Pine cone! No, you can't! You gotta stay here! Stay with us, pine cone!
Phineas. He's gone.
You have healing, right? You use a pearl? You can get him, right?
It won't work. I'm sorry.
Phineas kind of rests back and looks up at the sky. Why would you take him from us? He was a sweet boy.
Tia would kind of step up. I think that one would probably be better now. Doesn't have to survive this harsh environment.
Yeah, he's chasing tennis balls in the meadow of little kittens.
She kind of smiles at that a little bit and has like a quizzical look about her as she's just kind of contemplating that thought to herself. And
What's a tennis ball?
she starts like kind of talking to as her cat kind of appears by her. She just starts to have a conversation with that. Malverick would What was that? I've never seen anything like that before. Uh, Power of
That
frost. She didn't seem to like
was.
you.
She doesn't like Severidge, um, because he uses good berries, and supposedly that's cheating. We met her before.
What is this good berry? I've never heard of a
Uh,
good berry. Is it just a berry that tastes delicious?
You
well,
ate
it
one
does
when we
taste
first
good.
met.
Oh, that was very filling, yes. This is cheating?
Yeah,
No.
supposedly. Supposedly, we need to suffer in order to earn our place in this world.
She'll be leaving me alone for a while then. I'm suffering.
Uh, he looks a little confused at Phineas's sadness, and you still have one.
Yeah, it's just Terry though. Yeah, you guys he's still soft. Pets Terry.
And Terry's also kind of just like confused at the state and like very shaken up by the events that have just happened, having just been ice sharded nearly to death and brought back, and kind of sniffs and licks it at Pinecone.
Yeah, I'll go off a couple meters and I'll start just kind of just shoveling snow and trying to just dig a small hole. I'll put pine cone in it. Well, you're a best sled dog could have asked for. Sorry we didn't get to know you. And I'll push the snow back over.
And as you're digging the grave, I feel like Malverick would kind of look to probably Lara. Is this normal to have grave for a dog?
It's cultural, but for a lot of people, dogs are part of the family. So
Well,
maybe for Phineas, it's normal.
it's so strange up here. You seem to have adapted quite well. I do not know the customs.
Mm. You need to be able to adapt up here, unfortunately. Otherwise, the frost will take you.
And Tia would say, yes, the frost is taking many who have wandered too far and don't make it in this cold. And she kind of starts to make herself a little go back to bed. Tia will shuffle down, and Malverick will kind of shrug and kind of post up in the snow to where he's like nearly sitting up, but like still laying down.
I'll position myself so that I'm in front because this is like a small cavern opening or like where we're at
No, you
the
guys are
cliff
like
wall.
right on the side of like a hill. It's not really a cliff. It's just next to a snow dune essentially.
I want
We
to
are
position
exposed.
myself so that I'm in front of. I'm covering Terry a little bit, so they have to go through me first if they come through like the bottom of the hill.
I gotcha.
Me with 3 hit points and no spells.
Yep.
I'm gonna protect this dog.
Fair enough. Is there anything else you all would like to do before you bed back down?
Good.
All right. I don't remember whose watch it was, but I will say the rest of the evening will go by uneventfully as you do get your long rest in and wake up to falling snow in the morning. It's not quite blizzard conditions, but it is that cloudy sky. And it's still dark because, that's always dark here. No sign of Alara because you can't see her without light.
I'll get the sled ready to go, and hook up Pinecone or Pinecone's dead.
Pinecone's
Terry.
dead. Terry. Pinecone's a lot easier to remember.
Yeah.
But it's unfortunate that Pinecone was the one to die. But hooking up the sled, it does seem to start blustering a little bit with the wind. And you all start your journey for the day. Is if it's dark out, is Severage keeping the lantern lit?
Yeah, while we travel.
All right.
I also swapped out dancing lights for light.
Okay.
So I'll have if he doesn't have the lantern going, I'll have like something on the cart to be glowing.
Okay. Fair enough. As you start making your way, Kelvin's cairn quickly disappears in the distance as with the snow falling and the darkness around makes for poor visibility by anyone's perspective. Even with the light on, you still probably can't see maybe beyond like 50 or so feet. But continuing on, a few hours pass and you start to see trees, and kind of right as you start to see them, they almost vanish in front of you as a torrential deluge of snow starts pounding down on you. As blustering wind, blizzard conditions quickly come forward. Do you guys press on?
We don't have time not to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Who is leading the way back?
I will happily lead the way back if that's all good.
Mhm.
All right. Give me a survival check.
Yep. Um,
All right, with a 19, and then roll me a d12 if you don't mind.
19 pass.
It does, yeah. Ooh, the big old 12. Fair enough. As you're traveling on, about an hour or so passes, and part of the going through this kind of ravenous is what I want to call it. An area with several smaller ravines going through this lonely wood and very hilly terrain. A shift in the snow kind of breaks apart as your visibility gets to maybe 20, 30 feet out from your own view, even with the light. You would hear as Tia and Malverick are kind of dragging behind. Malverick less than enthused the entire time about heading the other direction from East Haven. The snow kind of splits apart at one point, and you would see them disappear into darkness as a kind of like very quick avalanche occurs behind you all. You would hear some light shouting that really can't make out what is heard in the distance. But it seems like essentially a cliff of snow behind you was made some distance that you can't quite see down or across.
We just get separated? What? What's going on?
As
Malric?
you look back and
Yeah.
They got
you don't hear them, you don't see them. Wind blustering all about.
they got taken down with a landslide, snow slide.
Malric, can you hear me? Casting message. Malric?
What's the distance on message?
125 feet.
120
120 feet, sorry.
Yeah, that would be good enough to reach him. Yes, hear you. Don't know where we went. I'm with the cat person. Tia. We're pretty far down. It's cold.
Hey guys, I got a hold of Malric. He said that they're pretty far down, but it can't be more than 120, 130 feet though. So it's just a hole, is what it is, like a big ravine. That was just
Kind of
created?
like you guys were climbing up a ravine, and essentially the back half just gave way. As you can see, there's
okay.
probably packed down feet of snow, like probably like 7 or 8 feet of snow where it's just been sitting there, and it just gave way as they fell behind you all.
I'll send another message. Try and make your way around. We can meet up over in Tourmaline or Lonelywood. What do you guys think? Tourmaline or Lonelywood? Where should we meet them?
Tia said she has a cabin.
Oh yeah, yeah. We'll just meet everybody at Tia's cabin.
We'll try to find you in the tomb, if not cabin.
All right. He says tomb first, cabin second. So you can just try and make it.
Did Tia actually take us to her cabin?
You did go to her cabin, yes.
Okay.
It's at the northeastern edge of Lonelywood, just like not on the main thoroughfare. It's just maybe like, I don't know, half an acre away from Lonelywood. Not very far.
Right. Ludo.
You guys
We
continue
can
on.
definitely meet him there. Yeah. No time to waste.
All right, come on, Terry. You're a good boy.
And
Push.
Terry isn't able to carry anyone else besides Phineas at this point because the sled weighs so much.
Yeah.
He can carry like, I think 50 more pounds, but Phineas with his gear probably weighs about that, if that.
Yeah, I'm about 90 pounds with my gear on.
Oh, so it's slow going regardless in this blizzard condition.
I got 40 pounds of gear. Like 50 pounds.
Fair enough. I will say at least you can fly a little bit to help alleviate some of the weight. Not in blizzard
Constantly
conditions.
fluttering.
Yeah. But trudging through, hoping to reunite with both Malverick and Tia. Travel for about 30 minutes to an hour. Kind of at one of those points where Terry would need to take a break, because we need to rest the sled dog every hour or so.
Yeah.
But they do go pretty good speeds. But as you're kind of sitting there trying to get some cover, right at the edge of one of these kind of ravines or so. What is everyone's passive perception? Let's say
11.
as that low light starts to creep up into the woods. But again, doesn't really matter with the blizzard conditions. Alara, you would see out of the corner of your eye just this odd shifting in the shadows around. Almost like the trees are moving, but more so than previously. It's not just the wind.
The trees are moving. And I mean, like, more than they should be moving from just the wind.
Like, like trees are walking around? I've
It's
heard of that
hard to
before.
tell. Yeah, with that bloody druid.
Should we kill the lights and then head in? Are the lights okay?
I don't see why the
Lights.
lights would be a problem. It's too late for that.
Yeah, they've.
As it seems like almost Alara, you can kind of vaguely see in the light around you three this. It seems like there's something moving from shadow of tree to a shadow of a tree, kind of staying just at the edge of your light.
They're being followed. I can't make out what it is, but there's a shadow that's going between the trees
If you want, you can give me a
and
perception check.
staying. Oh, okay. Let's see. I'm not sure if I'm actually proficient in perception. Yeah.
That's good.
And with the 24, almost looks like you saw that ghostly woman previously. It almost resembles that same elven figure, but more wispy, and instead of a bluish hued ghost figure, it seems like these shadowy, there's two of them, two shadowy figures going from tree to tree, kind of staying out of your light.
Right. So they are actually like shadows.
Yeah.
There's two of them, but they're really like wispy,
Mhm.
like ghost, but not glowy.
If you want to fall behind and see if you can get a better look.
Sure.
So we'll
I'd
just
like to, yeah. And I'd like to try and step out of the light too.
we'll just kind of continue forward, and you just kind of stay in the same spot. And
Okay.
light leads. Yeah.
Laura, give me a stealth check. As you are invisible, but you kind of step out of the light into a certain space. All right, with an 11. It's actually good enough. But as you kind of step out and you kind of lose, well, everyone loses visibility on you, as Phineas kind of mushes on Terry and Severage in that light that they have, sticking close to each other. You would
Mushed Severage.
You would, yeah. Mushing Terry. But as you would notice these two figures literally like going around this almost dome of light as snow is falling. Visibility is hard, but seems like these two figures are almost testing the light, trying to sneak by behind certain trees and stuff to get a little closer to both Severage and Phineas.
How close am I to them?
They're sticking within that like 30-foot radius.
So they're able to be in the dim light then, right? This isn't light 30-30.
But with the kind
No,
of
The
with
the
the
storming.
blizzard, it kind of blocks out the light.
Okay. So is it just 30 feet dim light, essentially?
It would be 30 foot of dim-ish bright light.
Okay. And then just no dim light extends past that. It kind of gets eaten up.
Right.
Okay.
And yeah, Laura,
Okay,
you would notice these two figures kind of circling and kind of trying to get close whenever they're around some trees. Like using the trees as essential cover to block.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna go back to the group. It's like they're afraid they something about the light. They can't get into the light, I don't think. Is there like a path with fewer trees, or are we like just in forest?
You're in the middle of a forest.
Yeah. Um, I think they're trying to stalk well, stalk us. But they can't move into the light by the looks of it. Um, so keep close to the light. Um, and we'll continue on. Um, I'll just keep an eye on them and keep myself between them and the party. If that's okay.
All right. So what I would like everyone to do is give me a let's say an acrobatics check to try and keep away from these trees, essentially trying to keep your distance from them. It is kind of hard with the sled, so I'm going to give Phineas, give me an animal handling check first.
I love animals. 13.
All right. And then everyone give me an acrobatics check.
2. Well, 1.
All right.
Oh goodness.
As Phineas kind of leading the way, I would say, Alara, give me a perception check to you're keeping an eye on what you saw previously.
Yeah.
A 12. Uh, you don't see it in time. As kind of trying to keep an eye on everything, your, your foot kind of slips and you stumble towards one of these trees, and a shadowy hand reaches out and grabs towards Alara, getting a 17 to hit. Which I believe does hit.
That hits.
As you take 12
Yeah.
points of necrotic damage. And
Oh wait, sorry, I forgot to do my long rest.
do your long rest, and you each get 10 temporary hit points, so don't forget that.
I did forget that.
As you take 12 necrotic damage and
Mhm.
1 point of strength damage. Phineas,
Okay.
as you're kind of the sled kind of gets stuck as the Terry, the dog, is trying to pull the sled out, and you're trying to finagle the sled kind of out of a bush.
You kind of have to lean the sled, and I just can't lean it.
Yeah. It's kind of just stuck there in a little bit of a rut between some stones or chunks of ice. As does a 10 hit you?
Yes.
All right. You take 10 points of necrotic damage. as a figure reaches out and you take 3 points of strength damage.
So my strength score goes down by 3?
Yes. As I will now bring you to the map. As you would see these shadowy figures emerge from the bush and the trees as you're kind of trying to steer clear of them. And we're going to roll some initiative.
Pretty good initiative roll.
Pretty good initiative roll.
These look elven, though?
These do look, they almost kind of like, as you look at their face, it almost resembles that same exact image of the elven woman that you guys encountered just a few days ago. Severage, you would be up first to react to this. In the snowy, shadowy woods. Winds are blustering.
Yep. So I have to do that anyway. All right. I will plant where I am, study my aim, and I will take a shot at the one on Phineas.
All right. Give me a shot.
I'm steady aiming for advantage, but is
Right.
the wind bringing it back down?
Right, yeah, so just a straight roll.
Okay.
But you still get sneak attack if you hit.
I have disadvantage on the shot, so I don't think I do get sneak attack.
Well, but you have advantage, so it is just a straight
I
roll.
don't. I know in original 5e it doesn't matter. I would not get sneak attack because I.
Interesting. I've never thought about it like that. But yeah, you do 8 points of damage as your crossbow bolt kind of seems to go through the target, not dealing a tremendous amount of damage. And that's it for Severage, right? Planning
Like
down.
that. Yep.
That will take us to these shadowy creatures, as one will try to reach out towards Phineas again, trying to essentially tackle him. Getting a natural 1 to hit, though. As it kind of use the sled almost as a shield and kind of like go around the side of it as it tries to reach through and kind of backs away as the blades of the sled. The other one will try to kind of go around Alara, almost using you as your shadow to hide behind the light. Getting a 7 to hit. Well, that is going to be a miss, as trying to stay out of the light, you can kind of follow its pattern a lot easier and kind of maneuver to where it is in the light of Severage and Phineas as they're putting off. And that will take us to your turn, Alara.
I'm gonna cast fairy fire.
All right, on which one?
If a cube within range. If that little fucker hadn't moved, I would have been able to get both of them.
I know.
I'm gonna. So I want to get the one next to Phineas,
Okay.
but center it so that it doesn't get
I gotcha.
Phineas in the circle.
It's got to make a fancy dex save as all this kind of... It got a 19 on its dex save, as the area there does light up loosely. Granted, it's not more lit than it is now because Phineas is light there. And also your vision is skewed. But as it kind of lights the area, it kind of wisps away and dodges all of these little mini fairy lights and just kind of shakes them off as they pass through its form. Anything else for Alara?
If I move back, he gets an attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
I won't move back. I'll stay put.
I'll take us to Phineas.
End of turn.
These things slinking around in the shadows.
Doing their best, yeah.
doing their best, reaching out toward me. Severed still has a lantern, correct?
Yeah, and you still have your light cast.
Okay. I will cast light on the creature. Try and make the creature glow.
It is not an object.
I can target an object.
Right, it is not an object.
Oh no, okay. Can I target? Is it wearing clothes or anything? Can I make the clothes glow?
It is just essentially a creature of shadow.
That sucks. That would have been a really big brain right there. That changes what I want to do then. Sorry.
You're good. As I will say, they do seem visible in this light, kind of. It's just you couldn't see them when they were outside of it very well. And you do have your light on, so that's why they are still visible.
Yeah, I bring out my wand, and I point it at the creature's head, and I try and summon a thorny crown onto its head. As I cast Crown of Madness, it needs to make a Wisdom saving throw. This is a charm effect.
I was just looking to see what it was. It got a 5.
All right, then I'll go and link it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then I'll choose that it goes after its partner.
Gotcha. It does have to attack before it moves. It's a weird spell. And it's very specific. As you would see this thorny crown appear as its face turns towards the other vision of it. It's going to take us to... If it takes damage, does it make another make wisdom save at the end of your turn? Or nope.
Nope. I move away a little bit.
Okay. Does it lose its reactions?
The charm target must use its reaction before moving. The target can act normally on its turn if I choose no creature, or if none are within its reach.
Doesn't say anything about reactions, so it would be inclined to want to attack you.
That would be mean. I'm your master.
But I'm going to say in the spirit of the spell, it won't. That will take us to Terry, who will go after and try and bite this shadow.
No, Terry, stay where you are, Terry.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. As it goes to try to bite.
He's tied up.
Yeah, he's still tied to the thing as the sled kind of turns a little bit. It's now unstuck.
No.
Terry misses. That will take us to Severage.
He was just like, I'm just going to waste their money.
I know. I mean, he would try to
Kill
defend
these
himself.
dogs.
There's this weird shadow thing. He's going to bark at it and attack it. Severs, what you doing?
Guess I'm taking a shot.
You did see this one kind of turn towards the other one. And it has this crown on it.
And I will just pivot and take a shot at the other one and let it do whatever it's going to do.
All right. 12 hits. As it will kind of, once again, your crossbow bolt goes through the creature, disappears into the snow. And that's it for Severage.
Yep.
All right, that will take us to the shadows. This one will use its movement to get up there. Doesn't attack anything because it has to attack first. The other shadow will.
For me.
The other shadow will attack Alara though. Once again, getting a 10 to hit.
Doesn't hit.
If only you were Phineas. But as it kind of clambers out towards you, the other shadow kind of looks like it starts to swirl around it. That will take us to your turn, Alara.
I mean, it does feel really bad to have to use a shield when they got a 10, though. That feels so bad.
Yeah.
Okay. Look,
Wait, did you use a shield?
No.
Okay,
No, I
was
took
like,
it.
okay, I thought so. Alara, what you doing? You got two shadows in front of you. One of them looks like it's going after the other one. It's wearing a thorny crown, while the one is still trying to harass you.
look, I will put Hunter's Mark on the one that's trying to harass me,
All right,
if I could, please.
absolutely.
And I'll attack you with my sword.
All right, pulling out the sword. $22 will absolutely hit it.
I'm just making sure I've got my Hunter's Mark ticked. Hunter's Mark is ticked. I probably won't do anything because I'd say that these guys need magic.
As it doesn't do as much as you were hoping, but it still does kind of slash out at the shadows as part of its form starts to kind of tear away and kind of drop to the ground among the shadows around.
Just what I thought. And I just shout out, Phineas, we need some serious magic.
On it.
End of turn.
That will take us to Phineas with some serious magic.
I'll do a magic missile on the one I don't control.
All right. All 3 missiles going there?
All 3 of them.
All right, let's see it.
Magic missile, magic missile, magic missile, magic missile.
All right, for 9 points of damage as these bolts of light arc towards this creature.
Oh, that's right. I have to do that. Never mind.
Okay.
I'll maintain my reaction. I'll maintain. Thank you, Seth. Yeah, I'll maintain it.
Fair enough. Yes, thank you, Seb. I'll give you inspiration for that.
I'm a human. I already have it.
Well, fine. Unfinished, you maintain concentration. Anything else for your turn then, Phineas?
No, we're good.
All right, that'll take us to Terry. Kind of keeps turning the...
No, Terry, stay!
Just trying to bark at them to scare them away. Doesn't understand what's going on. But with the sled there, kind of still sticking to it. That will take us back to Sev. What's a Severage do?
I was trying to let the lawnmower pass, but it didn't really get there.
Fair enough.
There it goes. There it goes. I can't. I don't have other things to do, so
All
we'll
right.
just take a shot at
Trying to
the
steady
one
aim.
that isn't being controlled.
Fair enough. Yeah, 20 will definitely hit. As once again, your crossbow bolt goes through it as it starts to turn into tattered remnants of the shadow it once was when it first attacked. It is still up, but just barely.
No sneak attack?
Well, he was saying because he has disadvantage
Oh,
and,
right.
and advantage, so that even though it cancels out, it still counts as having disadvantage for the sneak attack purposes.
Yep.
So that will take us to the shadows, as this one will happens at the exact same time. We'll try to lash out at Alara, getting a 6 to hit, as they got really good the first attacks, but boy howdy. Watch it roll a nat.
They got
20.
cocky.
Yeah, they got cocky. As the other one got a 22 to hit on its other friend there.
Yeah, fuck him up!
As it starts tearing up bits of... Actually... Yep, starts tearing up bits of shadow, but it seems like it's having no effect on it.
What?
As it seems to be immune to its own sort of attacks.
Means my cantrip won't work either then.
That will take us to Alara.
Okay, I am just gonna do another hit on my Hunter's Mark one.
All right. That's a good point. Thank you, Seb. An 11 is going to be a miss.
Damn.
Just barely.
That's it for this round.
The crown would shatter on the other shadow. Thanks, Sev.
Well, then I'll just
anything else
use
for-
a magic missile.
Anything else for Alara? You just chilling there, holding your ground?
Just holding my ground as much as I can.
All right, that will take us to Phineas.
Can we use my other damage rolls? No, I'll reroll.
Yeah, it's a new thing.
There we go.
That's better. They're all going towards that one.
The injured one.
All right.
Or the one that was.
As these
I was not
bolts of
controlling.
force energy pound into this creature, it is obliterated as the shadows just fall limp and kind of blow off into the wind there.
How's that for some serious magic, Laura?
Very good. Thank you.
Anything else for Phineas?
Nope. Now I'll walk over and I'll grab Terry's collar. Stay here.
Woof, 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 woof. Just barking, trying to intimidate the shadow. That'll take us to Sev.
All right. Seeing Phineas's display of magic, I will point at this one and say something in Yeti.
Okay.
I will not one because I've never done it. I haven't done it. So, you know what? I'm gonna do it.
A 21 will hit. As a
2 points of radiant damage.
What does it look like the first time you cast it?
It's the Northern Lights. It just goes from me into the next person.
Love it.
Into the target.
As this multicolored Northern Lights kind of wisped around this creature, it's super effective. As it does 4 points of radiant damage to it. As it seems to just tear at this creature bit by bit, like it is its own worst nightmare. Anything else for Seb?
I will, since I can move, because I didn't have to do that, I'm going to step up.
All right. That will take us to the shadow. How smart? Not very smart. It's going to kind of use the shadows of you guys to kind of wisp between and around Severage and Alara, kind of going over your head for a brief moment between your shoulders,
Stay away from my puppy.
over towards Phineas. Almost like you can see its eyes light up towards you. Getting a 22 to hit Phineas.
Ah, you didn't like being controlled too much, did you?
Nope. As Phineas, you take 8 points of necrotic damage.
Absorb elements.
Necrotic is not on the list.
Oh, it's not on the list, is it? It's not on the list.
As you take 8 necrotic and 3 points of strength damage.
Ooh, my strength is dangerously low.
That will take us to Alara.
It ended its turn within 5 feet of me, so I'm going to use my reaction to step back.
Fair enough.
May I switch my Hunter's Mark to that one?
Absolutely. Bonus action, change Hunter's Mark.
Mm-hmm. And then I'm gonna hit it.
All right. Stabbing at it. You are flanking with Phineas. He's always wielding a weapon because he's got claws. So you get +2 to hit. And 8 is...
And it doesn't matter.
8 is still going to be a miss, unfortunately. Anything else for Alara?
No, I'm gonna stay there.
All right.
Just...
It'll take us to Phineas.
Phineas is kind of shaking a bit. He uses both hands to pick up his wand and point it. Take this. And he's gonna fire second level magic missile.
All
4 of them.
right, four missiles just arc out of your wand for a total of 11 points of damage as this thing is trying to tear into you, and it just, again, like the other one, just gets torn to pieces as it scatters to the wind.
Out of initiative.
And we are out of initiative.
And Phineas falls over. Out of breath. I can't move. Can't. It's too heavy.
What's your strength? A 2?
3.
Okay.
Can't move. Someone help.
Okay. I go over and try to help him up.
It's easy enough for you guys to pick up Phineas, but he is weak.
I'm just unticking stuff until I'm no longer encumbered and it's not working.
Kind of
Not
putting it
gonna
on the
work.
cart. Yeah, you need to carry. What was that? 3 times.
Oh, only 9 pounds.
10? Or is it 3 times 10?
It's
Yeah,
3 times. It's 15 times your strength at 5e. I don't know if they changed it.
Well, but
Well, we were doing-
we're doing the variant of the variant.
Oh, the
increments.
variant. Okay.
So it's
we were doing
five
it.
times your strength. So,
15 pounds?
15 pounds, but times 1.5, so it should be
22.
22.5. And
I can't. I don't think I can get it that low.
Probably not. Considering you weigh more than that.
As you would have to get rid of your snowshoes, quarterstaff. There, you got a book and yeah, just get rid of your calligrapher supplies and the book.
Yeah.
And you're good.
I'm gonna have to get rid of some stuff as well.
And as you can pile some things onto.
I mean, taking the snowshoes off doesn't make too much sense. Right? Because either way, my speed is halved.
Yeah, that's true. In the snow, at least. Almost like you're hearing voices on the wind as the shadows are gone, but starting to pile things onto the sled there.
Whew.
Here's the moon affects more than just this tomb.
I'll bring the light back up. Yeah. Oh. I mean, they didn't hurt too bad. I feel really weak. Is everybody else okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Terry's good.
Terry's ready to go. Seeing the threat gone, barks and ready to go as you're loading stuff onto the sled there.
Whew. Let's move forward. We'll get onto the sled. I'll cast mage armor on myself.
All right. You guys continue on.
We got a deadline.
Trudging through another 3, maybe 4 hours pass, knowing kind of the roundabout area under Alara's guidance. An odd thing would happen. Well, everything's odd up here. As you emerge from into a clearing where the elven tomb is, it's almost like there's a cylinder around, keeping the winds at bay, keeping the clouds at bay, as you have perfect view of the sky. and it would be past the time where the daylight, little like 3.5 hours of daylight happen. You would start to see stars in the sky above, right above you.
Uh,
Okay, we need to get a move on by the looks of it.
You
I
would,
mean, I think we have some time. I think.
No, we're
Do we
not
see do we see
kings.
the moon?
you do not see the moon.
Oh,
It's
We're not supposed to see the
we're
moon.
not supposed to see the
because
moon.
it's a new moon.
Well, you can see the outline of it sometimes, though.
I would say maybe you can see the outline of it. Sure.
We want to just take an hour, recoup a bit, uh, wait for the other guys, see if they show up.
If
I
you
could
need
I,
an hour, sure.
I could use a little rest because I assume I didn't get much of a rest on the ride over.
Okay.
Right, no short rest being able to take on the cart.
Yeah, yeah. No short rest on. But I will also say the brazier that you guys lit to free Sonar is still there. Is still lit.
Still, but yeah, taking an hour, I could use some arcane recovery, get some hit points back. Would be nice if we could wait. Maybe the other guys show up. I mean, I know they won't,
They
but
won't. But for story purposes, yes, absolutely makes sense to wait for them.
I
Okay.
will use arcane recovery. I'll get some spells back.
As you're studying your spell book, Alara and Severage, you both notice that arc of that large crystalline sundial-like structure, a moon dial, gleams with this odd kind of white, pure white, silvery light, as it almost kind of creates a beam going down onto the kind of space within that kind of barrow, or the impression where the sundial is.
That's not creepy at all.
It's just elven magic.
Hmm.
We're not going up, are we? We're going around.
Yeah, you're going
Yeah, go.
around. I can even get rid of that
Mhm.
that little thing there. I don't mind.
Or through, I suppose. So we're going to this door.
That door. Let me double check. That door might only open on the full moon.
There was a mirror.
Mirror for the full moon.
Yeah.
But as you start to approach the interior, are you just leaving?
No, we're gonna bring Terry inside. I don't want to leave him out in the. I'll bring him in toward the sundial. Gonna tie him up somewhere. Is there somewhere I can bring him?
There are some elven
You know?
statues inside.
Yeah, hitch him up to there. All right, you be a good boy. We'll just be a little bit, okay?
But as you enter this space one more time, you can see the moon dial is set to on, like, there's this beam of light shining onto the new moon symbol where the runes are etched, kind of lightly glowing. Inside the space here, it is darkened. Is Phineas using his light?
Yeah.
Uh, as you start to light up the space around, you would recognize that there is blood, fresh blood. Well, fresh-ish. It's still red, frozen bits of blood, as it is a little bit warmer in here. A couple of bones that weren't here last time.
Yeah, it looks a little different than last time. Somebody looks like somebody else was here.
what we need.
Seb, remember which door it was?
You would see, entering in here, you would see a silvery light on the door to the south.
I'm gonna go with the glowing one.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, I guess this door doesn't really. That's the same as that. So.
All right, Terry, you stay quiet, okay?
Check the south
Be a good
door.
boy. We'll see you in a bit.
Terry just kind of sits down and waits there patiently, panting, looking at you guys. Severage goes and looks at this door ahead.
That was the one that was different, right?
There is a light glow on it right now.
And yep.
All right. The door pushes open easily enough if you want to push it.
Yep, if they're following, if he's done talking to the dog, we can move on.
All right. This small circular chamber has an intricately carved dome ceiling 20 feet high. A beam of light shines down from the top of the dome, illuminating what looks to be a rectangular stone sarcophagus.
Another dead body. Maybe not dead body.
Maybe. There's a
There.
unmarked sarcophagus.
Yeah, I'll give it a look. Does it match the one that Sonar was in, or is it completely different?
It's similar in style, but it's not marked in any way. It doesn't, like, if you kind of look around, it doesn't seem like it has any kind of seal on it. It's just a stone lid.
Oh. Not sure what we expected.
Yep.
No, are they looking along the walls? Are there anything along the walls?
No, it's a beautifully carved area, but it's not no symbols or anything like that. There's a beam of moonlight, or what looks like moonlight, kind of shining down from the center of the ceiling, keeping this area pretty illuminated.
I would, my first thought is, it's not supposed to be illuminated. It's the new moon. It's supposed to be dark. I don't think I have a way of doing that, though.
It's almost like a little spotlight kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's
Can I
what's
knock on the lid?
You knock on the lid? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I press my ear to it?
Knock on the lid. You're hitting stone. Press your ear. It's silent.
If there's anything in there, it's not alive. Which
makes sense.
Yeah.
Well,
but like, surely, why is this place illuminated? Like, not. It's not even just like the whole. There's not supposed to be moonlight now. It's
no.
Like it's like on this.
Is anybody proficient with religion?
Nope.
Nope.
That's on the short list of things I'm not proficient with.
I would say
I'm actually proficient.
All right, Alara, give me a religion check.
I'm proficient at it, not good at it.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, 10 probably fails.
10 does fail.
I'll do a guidance.
All right, roll that d4. Whoever wants to roll it. Up to you guys.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead, TJ.
All right, with a 14. You remember hearing something about a elven deity named Sehanine Moonbow presided over the dead, as well as kind of almost like an aspect of Saloon, the moon goddess, would often have tombs such as this that would kind of protect people. And if you wanted to pay respects to the dead or visit loved ones or revered ones, to kind of open on certain cycles of the moon, and almost like all dead would like to be bathed in moonlight. It's not unheard of to have false moonlight just to be kind of like as a show, kind of. That would be the moonlight above. It's not real moonlight. It's just kind of almost like a sign of respect or a sign of I don't know, just like you served your duty under the moonlight in life. We'll let you do it in death too.
That's kind of nice.
So if this is just a place, for dead to get a little bit more honor, why is it called the Trials?
Maybe you needed to do trials to have the honor of laying here in death.
What trials are you talking about?
Yeah,
Isn't
that's
that
what
what
I'm.
isn't that what the door is called? Or isn't that what this door was? Or did I take my notes wrong?
It was from the moon dial, but this is just the tomb of the new moon.
So
This
I'd
is a
say
nice little adventure.
I'd say that, there's nothing really, well, sorry, for us,
Uh,
there's no real significance.
if only
Not saying that
Sonar
there
were
isn't.
here.
Hmm.
I think Sonar probably could have benefited from this. Maybe if you're saying, the dead like to be in the moonlight, probably for him.
Yeah.
Well, he's undead. He's been in the moonlight all the time.
Yeah.
Retain we saw.
Sev, you anything else? Any other ideas?
No, there's two other hallways.
Well, there's one other hallway that had the new moon symbol on it. This is a tomb. Sonar did tell you this is a tomb.
Let's check the other one out. Probably the same.
Yeah, well, I will say, looking at it, doesn't look like it would be hard to open if you wanted to open it. I'm not trying to bait you into opening it. I'm just letting you know, like cursory glance around it, it looks like it would be easier to open than Sonar's tome.
This rock right here looks like it's too heavy for me to pick up.
Well, yeah, for Phineas, absolutely couldn't move this, but the rest of you could slide it aside if you wanted to.
We've robbed one grave and got cursed.
That's enough.
They can't all be cursed.
They can.
You can't say that.
Yeah, I know. That's
It's
that's
like
fair.
saying, here are 5 muffins. One of them is poison. Have a go.
Yeah,
Hey, but I already ate the poison one, so all the other 4 should be good, right?
but really, I poisoned all but one. I'm just saying. What do you guys expect when you came
Don't knock
here?
it over.
It's a tomb.
Maybe there'll be clues. Really right on the edge.
And this is the door that you would know leads to the outside.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's it. Looks like a dead
This
end.
is the mirror.
That's the
The
mirror.
mirror of the full moon.
We're on the wrong moon for that.
And
So
there is
there's a door up here.
stairs heading down with another door down there.
Yep. Let's go see if there's anything over here.
All right. The door looks to be kind of lightly lit, just like the previous door. You can easily push it aside if you'd like.
Let's open the door.
All right. As you open it, the circular chamber, intricately carved dome ceiling, 20 feet high, a beam of light shining down from the top of the dome, illuminating a rectangular stone sarcophagus. Someone seems to have turned this tomb into living quarters, as evidently, before you get in there, evidenced by a rack of drying herbs and unfurled bedroll behind the sarcophagus. Popping up from behind the sarcophagus itself as you open the door and see within. A voice would call out, "The 10 towns will be destroyed, if not by my hand, then by the Frostmaidens." As a... Let me see, I do have her. Looking a little similar to the person that you encountered just the day before. Wielding 2 sickles made of ice, you would see a small shaking shrub unrooted from the ground next to her as well, as she kind of stands on top of the sarcophagus. Well, plenty of berries on the shrub too. She wields these sickles, looking to charge at you. And we're gonna roll some initiative. Looking to Severage, she will also say, "You killed my sister."
And to die.
Yeah. "My name is Antigo Montoya. You killed my sister. Prepare to die." Boy, she sucked out on that one. As gonna do it a little bit early. We're gonna take our little 5-10 minute break there.
Sounds good.
Okay.
So we'll be back here in a few. So stick around. See what happens.
Hey, look, good thing is if she decides to cast
Yeah, let's get back into it. So, welcome back,
It's a good
guys.
day to
Last we left, our group got split by the weather with a couple of their comrades, but continued to press on and encountered some shadowy creatures in the woods, and well, eventually made it to their destination of this elven tomb of the moon. Delving within, as some of the doors are now accessible, openable, you discovered one tomb and decided to leave well enough alone after seeing that there was a sarcophagus in the middle, undisturbed. Going to the second area, saw, well, a very similar room. However, someone made it their living quarters. A woman holding two icicle sickles. Icicles, huh? Shouting up at you as she kind of climbed and jumped onto the sarcophagus that she's gonna kill the 10 towns, destroy them. If not her, then Oral, the Frostmaiden, will. Also claiming that Severage killed her sister. We're rolling initiative and picking up into it. So, Severage, you are up first. What are you doing?
She can't have all of the 10 towns.
Just one. Just give her one.
She can have one or two. I can think of a couple that could go, but
That's fair.
I'm gonna drop to a knee. Oh, not disadvantage, and steady aim.
All
And
right.
if she's gonna stand on a table and make herself a large target, I'm going to
Absolutely.
take the shot.
Take that shot.
It's not windy in here,
It is not windy in here yet.
Fair enough. 16.
16 will hit her.
11.
She will take 11 points of damage as your crossbow bolt kind of sticks her right in the meat of her thigh. Is it for Severage?
Yep, that was all three of my actions.
All
I've made myself smaller so they can attack over me.
Gotcha.
Not that I'm a big person anyway, but I am.
Yeah, take a knee, took aim.
Yep.
That'll take us to Alara right behind Sev.
I'd like to Hunter's Mark, please.
All right. You focus your attacks on her.
And I draw an arrow and I shoot.
All right.
And I'll also be using Frighten on her. I know that she'll probably save, but
Eh, you never know.
Hmm.
Is it a wisdom save?
wisdom. Yes, it
An
is.
11 is going to be a miss, though.
But it doesn't hit. Yeah.
As kind of seeing her jump and kind of startled, aiming over Severage, narrow hallway, just kind of whizzes right by her head.
Rolled that too soon, sorry.
Rolled it too soon. Anything else for Alara?
Nah, that's it for me, thanks.
All right. That will take us to Phineas.
I can re-roll.
No,
That's what I'm gonna do.
I
I'm
mean,
gonna do
it was right there. You just had your mouse hovering. She will have, I was going to say, she will have some cover, but it won't matter. That hits her.
Yeah. So I kind of bring my hands forward and I stretch out like the slingshot motion and fire some green globs at her.
All right. As you fire green globs at her, they hit her. She takes 9 points of acid damage. And she's going to take more on her turn.
Next turn.
Anything else for Phineas?
Do we want to kite her up the stairs?
Back out?
There's a lot more room in that next area.
Yeah, I'll back out.
All right. You back out. Love to see it, Phineas. As you back out of the room, Phineas, into the larger room, you would hear a low growling as
Hi, Terry.
Nope. Terry is also growling at something else. I need to give him some initiative too.
Well, at least we knew about it.
He's tied up. You would hear a louder, lower growling coming from outside as a large 9-foot long, maybe 6-foot tall, tan, saber-toothed tiger enters into the space here.
No, no, not Terry.
And the saber-toothed tiger is probably honestly going to go for Phineas more, as it's going to try to pounce on you.
There's a tiger.
As it runs and darts all the way towards you, it is going to try to pounce on you. I need a strength saving throw.
Oh, that is not a good one right now.
I know.
Oh, that's a
-1.
Love it. As you get knocked prone, so these two attacks are not at advantage. 2 claw attacks at a 14 and a 16 to hit.
Both hit.
You take 19 points of slashing damage. And then a bite attack. Getting a 14 to hit again.
14 hits.
You take 11 points of piercing damage. You guys would hear this loud roar come from down the hall as a saber-toothed tiger's in there.
I love this necklace.
That'll take us to Ravison. There it is. As she kind of moves her sickles around and kind of crosses them across, you can see this beam of light arc out and disappear, as then a beam of light immediately shoots down on Severage and Alara as a beam of moonlight shines around you two. She then quickly takes cover.
Well, on her turn, she takes damage.
Yeah, go ahead and roll that damage for me.
I think it's 2d4.
yes, unless it's legitimately half.
It's just a new
Half,
2.
half as much of the initial damage.
Okay.
No, and 2d4. Yep.
Yeah. So roll
It's
the
half
2d4.
Half if I miss.
She will take 5 points of acid damage as it's melting on her. Says you will all suffer. Bringing down a painful moonlight onto Severage. Severage, at the start of your turn, I need a Constitution saving throw.
No, I left that clicked, but it is what it is.
17 will succeed. Is she casting? Where is it? Moonbeam.
Neither of us are shape changers, right?
You take 7 points of radiant damage. But it is your turn, Severage. What are you doing?
I'm going to switch to my daggers, and I'm just gonna. Oh, I'm gonna
Shut
close the door.
Close the door and walk away.
I'm gonna step in. Now I'll close the door and rush her.
All right. Give me an attack roll.
I'll give you 2 attack
Give me
rolls.
2 attack
The
rolls.
Nick mechanic.
17 will hit.
Oh, sneak attack is not applying to this.
So she will take 7 points of damage. 14 will also hit.
This one's only 4. I don't have the fighting style.
She will take 4 more points of damage as you kind of cross across her with your daggers, stabbing into her. She tries to defend herself with her sickles, but she doesn't seem as proficient as you are. Anything else for Severage?
Those aren't useful bonus actions, so I'm fine. No, we're good.
And we'll take us to Alara. You will roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Let's see.
Nobody can see it. Alara, you take 14 points of radiant damage. As the door is shut in front of you.
Okay. Yeah. 14 points. Negative 14. Lucky me. I'm just like, oh, okay. And these are 5. Yep, they're 5.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4. Could I move my hunter's mark to the big scary
I
cat?
think it might need. Does it need to be dead?
Or is it a
in the new
new?
one?
And the new hunter.
I don't think I've ever been actually. It doesn't actually hunter's mark.
Which one would it be in?
Not 7.
No,
I believe
yeah.
it's 6.
But while we're looking this up, why don't you tell us what Phineas sees as Alara comes running down the hall? As Alara doesn't look like Alara.
Okay.
Just...
You see a rather androgynous looking being. It's got very dark eyes, very albino-like skin, and just very flaccid white hair.
But still wearing all
The
the
most-
same clothes that Alara is
Yeah.
wearing.
Yes, they have to drop to 0 before the spell ends in order to change it.
Okay, so you can't
Well,
change Hunter's Mark, but
well, I'm just going to cast it anew, or
fair enough.
Can do that.
or I'm going to drop the hunter's mark, bonus action cast Hail of Thorns. And then I'm going to attempt.
Hoping to not hit
To-
Terry or Phineas with your hail.
Yeah, so it's a 5 foot.
So you're
In
hoping,
5 foot
hoping to hit
diameter.
the backside of the.
Yes,
Put it in the butt.
please.
I will say I will increase its AC by, we'll say 2. If you hit its AC plus 2, you'll hit it in the back. If you just hit its AC, then it will just hit in the middle. So it'll be a risk.
Okay. 15?
15 will do that. Are you using your fear thing too?
Yes.
As this kind of arrow bursts into multiple small shards of arrows as it takes 13 points of damage
And
plus
I'll just need to
dex save.
find it.
I got a 6 on its dex save, so it does take 10 points of piercing damage.
And sorry, negate the psychic for the
Right.
second one.
Correctamundo. Anything else for Alara?
No.
All right. Leaving Severage to fend for himself up there. That will take us to Phineas.
Savage closed the door himself.
Yeah, well, that's true.
He asked for this.
Yeah.
So, does Alara look scarier than she did before, or just
Absolutely.
different?
Probably.
Well, I mean, to you, it's something you probably. You can give me an Arcana. Well,
Otherworldly.
in the moment, you don't know what
Probably.
she is, but you might have seen something like it if you have time to think about it. But right now, it's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Least of my worries here. I will action disengage.
Okay.
Bonus action expeditious retreat.
Okay. Yeah, because you do have to stand up. So yeah. Because you were prone.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. Stand up. Half my movement. Bonus action expeditious retreat. And then I will fly over this guy's head. And this is open up here, right?
It
So I'm gonna
is.
get out of it. I'm gonna fly up out of range.
Okay. Anything
I'll
else for
score here.
Phineas?
That'll be it. And
is that
you'll
out of
you'll
range?
see. Oh, I'm up high.
Okay.
So how high do I have to be to
Well, the
think I'm out of
opening
range?
is, if you want to still be able to see, the opening is only
'Cause-
maybe 10 feet tall.
Okay. So if I
So it'd be good to be
All
back. Yeah,
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah. And then you'll just see as he ends his turn, you'll see a single tear come out of his eye down his beak as he looks over at Terry.
That'll take us to Terry's turn. Terry would have had pack tactics. But Terry tries to take a bite, just ruff, 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 getting a natural one.
Rough.
Trying to claw and bite at this saber-toothed tiger. Which will take us to the tiger's turn. It's gonna claw at Terry.
Mm-hmm.
As he does take a big paw against Terry, nearly knocking Terry down. Terry is still up. And actually, Phineas, I'm gonna take something back. Give yourself 10 hit points back.
That's a lot.
Well, to be fair, you took 30 points of damage. So give yourself 10, because it only gets one claw attack. I misread something.
Okay.
And it can only take the bite if it jumps on someone. But Terry's still up.
Whew.
Taking us to the Frost Druid in the room with Severage. She is going to... double check something. Can the moonbeam pass through walls?
We also missed it. I assume she maintained concentration, but I forgot.
Yeah. So she's going to...
I don't know, because she can't even see it now. It's on the
Yeah.
other side of the closed door.
Yeah.
So.
Well, she's going to drop it regardless. Because it's an action to move it around, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not worth it for that. She is going to... It's too small of a space. Too small of a space. She's gonna do something. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. I know what she's gonna do. Which playtest was the Conjure Animals? 7?
Would it have been 7? I didn't think 7 had spellcasters in them, but I could be wrong. It's either 6 or 7. And it's not
none 6.
It's not 6, so is it 8? Just for 8, probably not. That doesn't have.
It's not in 7.
It is an 8.
She's casting Conjure Animals. I want to see what it does. That went too far.
The creature has to. It's a cloud of daggers.
Aha. As that's what she's doing. It's one last duration. It's an action. As she summons a cloud of what look to be spiritual animal spirits. Around, just these kind of all nearly albino spirits around you. And that will end her turn, taking us to your turn, Severage.
Well, it's a 10-foot square, I believe. Or is it? How big is the space?
Oh, it's not around her. It would be right here then.
When a creature enters a space within 10 feet, within 10 feet of a swarm, you summon in an unoccupied space.
Okay, so it would just be the center right here
But
behind
it's
you.
large. It's a large swarm, so it'd be a large space.
Oh, I see what you mean. So it would just be like right where you're at.
Because she ends her turn within 5 feet of me, so I get to move.
Interesting.
out of the storm.
Yeah, she would have just done
Swarm, sorry.
it right here. Oh boy, what is it doing? All right. And that will take
I
us
guess
to your
it
turn.
really,
Yeah.
it really doesn't matter because I'm still like I can't get outside of it 10 feet from it. Well, in that case, then I will just I'll at the end she ends her turn, so I get to move 20 feet.
All right.
Do I want that? Not really. Space. We'll see what she wants to do. I will steady aim and shoot her.
All right.
Huzzah.
23 will hit. She takes 14.
14. I am stuck there.
She's looking rough. That'll take us to Alara. Saber-toothed tiger bearing down on Terry.
Look, I'm going to try and Hail of Thorns again.
All right. Once again, you need +2 its AC to not hit Terry.
Uh-huh.
Oh, there it is.
That will definitely not hit Terry.
And I'm going to use my last Frighting.
Okay. Give it a wisdom save. Got an 8. It is frightened of you.
Okay, a Hail of Thorns.
It takes 9, 11 points of damage total. Oh well, dex save too.
Not that it's much damage, but
Yeah, it will stake the 11 points total. Anything else for Alara?
Good. No, that's it. I'm just gonna stay.
That'll take us to Phineas.
I will shoot off 4 magic missiles
All
at
right.
the saber-toothed tiger.
Let's see it.
Not very
It'll
good.
take 6, 11 points of more damage. As the saber-toothed tiger's looking a little weary, kind of looking to give up on attacking Terry as it has bigger threats to it.
That will end my turn.
It's going to take us to our friendly neighborhood Terry, who's going to try to bite the saber-toothed tiger. Actually hitting as the saber-toothed tiger looks weary of Alara and then kind of winces looking back at you. It's looking to go to lunge to jump out at Phineas, and kind of as it's about to make this leap, Terry does exactly enough damage.
Yay!
As Terry bites at the neck of the saber-toothed tiger and just starts tearing into it. Terry's fur covered in blood. You hear this loud thump as the saber-toothed tiger falls limp.
Come in clutch.
That'll take us up here. Ravison will move the swarm. So it's actually within 10 feet of it.
Right.
So the swarm will be kind of next to you.
Well, yeah, I guess it's effective area.
Yeah.
But it is it is a large creature.
And she is going to... It's too...
Like its effective area is quite large.
It's too big. Yeah, she can do that. She's going to run to the door. And winds start to swirl around in here as she casts Ice Storm. I need a dexterity save from you, Severage.
Mm.
as you take 16 points of bludgeoning damage and 15 cold damage.
Cool.
And she just kind of calls out,
Oh,
You'll
Okay.
die like the rest of them. Hey, thank goodness for temporary hit points.
it won't matter. I die on upkeep.
You will, absolutely. That will take us to your turn, Severage. As good news is you don't fail a death save. As I hate you, chat. Severage, at the start of your turn, you do get 4 hit points, as does Phineas and Alara, as a mysterious healing wave comes through thanks to JR Hiker NC. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, JR.
Severage, you do get healed for 4 hit points.
Yeah, well, I'm about to take 2d10, so
That is true.
fingers crossed.
Ah, the healing wave sure came after.
Or does it happen? Tell you what, I'll ask you this.
I start my
Hiker.
turn within 10 feet of it.
Are you doing it after he falls unconscious, or are you doing it before?
Would I get my turn?
Well, that's the other thing. It's in the moment. It's kind of like I would say it acts like a reaction to someone. You tell me. Mr. Hiker. Do you wanna use it after he takes the damage? 'Cause it's kind of in the moment. This is the first time it's, been very moment. I would say I'll rule in favor of I'll rule in favor of that, as you would wake up after taking the damage. So Severage, you would be prone on the ground, feeling this wave of warm wind wash over all of you. You do have your action movement, bonus action, all that. You are prone,
But he still went down though.
He went down for a moment, so I do need a Constitution saving throw.
That's how I was wondering if it was fast enough to not need that.
I would say he still went down.
Yeah.
The DC will be 10.
I got a 6.
So you do take a point of exhaustion and roll a d20. With a 15. I think that's one of the better ones. Maybe not. As this cold gives you a festering wound. And yep, you have a festering wound until you are magically healed. So, Severage, your turn. What are you doing?
Can I see her from where I am?
I don't know, can you? Yeah, you can see her. She's in the darkness of the corner. There is moonlight beaming down here. The area is difficult terrain. You are prone. What are you doing?
Well, if I can see her, I will steady aim and shoot her.
All right, so just trying to get a straight roll.
Well, used to, crossbows worked while prone, but that's an old rule. Like, people shoot while prone all the time. It's like how you get taught to shoot.
You actually get better aim doing that.
I mean, yeah, technically, but I would say for the sake of simplicity, it would still be at disadvantage because you're just kind of coming to.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then I'm not gonna.
Then you might as well just stand up.
And I'll just move.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll just rush her again.
All right.
I'll run to the door because I don't want her to leave. So.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't know how to do that, so we're just gonna do it that way. And I will attack her.
All right.
I no longer have that.
Kind of getting up and trying stabbing. It's gonna be a miss. Because Speedster, you're able to reach her. 24 will hit, though. And she takes...
Minimum damage.
So is it 1?
I believe since that's just the first time I hit, it still gets my mod. Just doesn't apply to the second hit.
Fair enough. She'll take...
Oh, you didn't use your inspiration for the one?
No, I just got my inspiration by rolling.
He used his inspiration
Gotcha.
earlier, but you do have inspiration. That'll take us to Alara.
Right. Sabertooth's dealt with. So I'm gonna... Door's closed. I'm gonna make my way up the stairs and open the fucking door.
All right. Severage,
And Sever's right there.
opening the door, Severage, you would see someone else that you haven't seen before, but wearing all of Alara's clothing, as she described it, a kind of featureless. Is there hair?
Yeah,
Okay.
Flat white hair.
very,
Flat
very,
white hair.
like just flat white hair, very drab looking.
Fair enough.
Like definitely like a blank slate that's meant
I'm picturing
I
for
got it.
something
Samara.
else.
I picture Samara from The Ring, but white. Is that
Not
accurate
a
or no?
bad picture. Yeah.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Except less grotty.
Okay. Okay.
And she's right there.
Yeah, she's right there.
Right. I'm a hunter's mark her because concentration would have gone,
Yeah.
and I'm going to stab her.
All right.
I'll try to.
Before I forget, let me do her Constitution save. See if she remembers the. No, she actually loses her spirit animals when Severage stabbed her. Let's see that attack. 10 is gonna miss around the corner, trying to stab through. You just kind of hit the side of the wall there, the door opening.
Damn. Yeah, that's all I can do.
All right, that'll take us to Phineas.
Hey, are you guys done up there? I can heal. I can heal Terry if you're done.
Hearing clinking and grunting coming from down the stairs.
Not done yet. Okay. I'll fly and zip through. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I can get here.
All right.
I can see her. Magic missile. First level.
All right. Let's see those 3 missiles of light. Nice. Dealing for 9 points of damage as she is looking super weary.
Yeah, that's it. That was movement, bonus action, action.
Terry's gonna start barking in your direction, taking us to her turn. She's gonna do it again. Oh, but then she would be in it. How far can she see? I gotta give her token vision real quick so she can see something. Okay, no, she can't. So that changes her plan. She is going to... Thinking about something here. She's just gonna violently attack Severage with her icicles.
Yeah.
Getting a 17 to hit with her first attack.
That'll do.
As you take 2 slashing and 6 cold damage.
That'll do.
And then she's going to slash at Alara. Getting a 13 to hit.
I think that misses, or it just not that misses.
That misses. as she kind of like hops over Severage's body as he falls. She just slashes at his chest. Looks down the hall. She'll avenge me. I'll take it to Severage.
I believe I owe you one of those.
You do. That's a pass. So you have another point of exhaustion. And give me a death
And I
save.
owe you one of these.
All right, that will take us to Alara.
Okay.
Severage fallen down. She's looking rough, bleeding profusely. Everything in the room is covered with a thick layer of frost.
I'm going to make an attack on her and hopefully
All right.
finish it. Hopefully. Oh.
Not getting the nat 20, but the 15 will hit her.
Okay.
As it'll just do the 5 points of piercing. Which is enough. As what does it look like as you end this Frost Druid's reign of terror?
Just sword through the neck. It's good for me.
Very simple. Sword through the neck as she sputters up blood. My beasts will avenge us. Grabbing at her throat. Plops down right next to Severage's body. Anything else for Alara?
Are we out of combat?
Well, at the moment, I'm assuming one of you guys is going to heal Severage.
I got a one.
Yeah, but I can't do any of that as a bonus action.
Right.
I got it.
All right.
I got a 1 free per day healing word.
And we'll say we can hop out of initiative there as Phineas gives a healing word. Severage, you get 7 healing.
Alrighty.
As your wound,
I'll
your
do a
wound
cure.
is no longer festering.
Wait. You don't looking bad.
But he does. You do have 2 points of exhaustion.
I do.
Everybody okay?
You hear this barking from down the hall, and
All right. Okay.
he's fine. A little
right.
whimpering too, because he's at 1.
Come on, Terry. I'll untie him and I'll bring him in.
All right. Starts limping along as he just got mauled by a saber-toothed tiger. He will happily come along, just whimpering and growling towards the saber-toothed tiger. And
Oh yeah, you're much bigger and scarier than him.
but in here, you would, Severage and Alara would notice a faint rustle of a shrub that seems to be kind of cowering in a corner nearby.
I see a book.
I think that plant might have just moved.
No, it didn't.
I don't have talk to plants. Oh, it talks to us anyway.
Half the animals out here talk. Why not the plants too?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's not how things work though. Usually it doesn't happen. Why are you talking?
Ravishin made me awake. She likes my berries.
That sounds like cheating.
That does sound like cheating.
They're tasty.
Can I have one? Please?
Okay. As it still kind of cowers away. You gotta rip them off my body, though.
Oh, does it hurt? I don't want to do it if it hurts.
It's the worst thing in the world.
Oh, I don't need one. You can keep all your berries.
I'm just joking. It's not the worst thing. They grow back.
I'll take one then. I'll reach forward and pick one.
Just just screams.
No, I thought you didn't. Thought it didn't hurt.
It immediately kind of quivers and backs away. No, I was just. Uh, Usually Ravison likes to break my branches when she does that, so I was just expecting it.
Oh,
You know.
oh no, I wouldn't want to do that. I'll pop a berry in my mouth. This is really good.
It is not a good berry. It's just a tasty berry.
Regular berry.
It's just regular berries.
They're just okay berries.
Yeah. They are not good berries. Yeah.
I feel like Alara just notices that she does no longer look like Alara. She's just like in a bit of a panic mode. The adrenaline's wearing off.
Are you gonna tell us what's going on with that with you? I don't want to pry, but it is interesting. And you see Phineas has his book out, and he's writing without looking.
Speaking of books,
I'm
what's up
still
with that?
Alara. I'm Alara.
Of course, you're Alara. But you're not the same Alara. Are you the same Alara? You're not different?
Yes and no. It's complicated of someone not like me, not of my kind.
Huh. I mean,
I am Alara,
I did
and
have
Alara is me.
I had suspicions that you weren't
Never
being
questioned it.
super
Mm.
truthful with us, but I didn't expect this at all. Um, but you're still part of our group. Your motives haven't changed, or have you been secretive with your motives for joining us?
No,
If she wanted to kill us, we'd be dead.
that is true.
Can you make yourself look like anything, or just what you looked like before?
DM, what is the scope of the shape shifting?
You can
Do
look
you
like
know?
anyone you've seen before. It just has to be
Okay.
someone you've actually. I think it's anyone that you've seen before. You just you can't
Okay.
make up a creature
Yeah.
that you've never seen. It has to be exactly someone that you've seen.
It's like I have to have seen them. And as I say that, it was like it's not a nice process. It's like I shift into a duplicate of Phineas.
Even
You could
her
be
size
anything, and you
changes.
chose that.
Yep.
I do look pretty good, I gotta say.
You guys are taking this a lot better than I thought you would.
Well, I would assume that all of us have secrets or things that we're not telling each other. It would be kind of hypocritical for me to jump on you. I mean, this is kind of big, but I don't. So why would you choose to be a drow? They're not really accepted up here too much.
I
You
didn't
could
know
have.
that.
Oh. Well, now that you
The
do,
drow
and
that I met, Alara, was the first friendly face I'd seen in a while.
So your name isn't. Oh, so your name's not Alara?
What my family called me was L.
Which would you prefer?
I shift slowly back into Alara. I was like, Alara, because that that is who I am now. This is Alara. Just pointing to myself as a drow.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Alara.
You too, Phineas.
Meanwhile, I think Severed was going for, it's not a book, it's a scrap of leather that has some
I was just
scrawling
trying to
on it.
redirect Phineas to stop prying,
Oh,
but yes.
I got you. Well, this is real interesting stuff right in front of his face. But it does look like there is a small scrawling on it. Looks to be a nearly like, it's not a map, but kind of like resembles a map. Uh, but seems to be like at the edge of the water, northwest of the 10 towns. You would see a image of a boat covered in ice.
We should take this back over to Tia's house. Hey, Mr. Plant, are you
What?
planted, or can you move around?
I can walk around. Why?
Oh,
You are
you
free to go.
yeah, you're free. If you want to come with us, you can.
Oh, yeah, Ravison always dragged me around. I don't think she liked me very much.
She's over there if you want to drag her around.
I don't think so. That sounds weird. But she awakened a lot of other things. There's the moose, the big saber-toothed tiger thing, a few trees. There was some swimmy creature in a lake. She didn't
Oh
she
yeah.
didn't like them very much because they didn't listen to her. But not all of them. Not all of us are bad. Like the swimmy guy's not mean. She didn't like that. She wanted everyone to be mean. She didn't like me because I wasn't mean, but she liked my berries.
They are really good berries. Saviors are a little bit better though.
Well,
I think she hid a bunch of stuff in the box there.
Time to snoop.
She
you guys
would
can
open
see.
up the doors using her moon magic or something. I don't really know.
Cheater.
Oh, that makes sense.
That's how she was using this place because she was able to manipulate the dial.
And she
Yeah.
could see people wandering through the woods, and she would send a moose after him. And then she sent a tiger after him.
We took care of the tiger. Terry here took care of the tiger. He was like a boy.
Check the
Give him some
tiger
ear
off the
scratches.
list. So we took care of some wolves, a moose, and a tiger. You said there were some trees and something in the lake.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. Some weird thing.
All right, well,
It's not mean, though.
I think Targos? Is that the name of the city?
I don't know.
Trying to remember
It's
the
in the
name.
lake somewhere.
I think the city on the lake would disagree, but things they don't know are often considered mean. Anyway, I'm gonna get this woman out of here.
I can do some investigating around here and see if she left any clues or any information.
Just be careful what you claim.
Oh, yeah. This is a tomb after all. But I'll start looking through the box and looking around her of its
When I say box,
belongings.
he was talking about the sarcophagus.
Oh, in there. I'll
There
just
is remnants of like an herbalism kit kind of scattered about the space here.
herbalism kit.
Mm-hmm.
Either of you know how to use an herbalism kit?
Yeah,
Well,
I've
there's
already got 3.
oh, oh,
And,
well, here's
and
here's
I
another
can't
one.
take much more weight.
Just throw it on the sled.
Throw it on the side. Okay.
But yeah, the
Okay.
box they were talking about was the sarcophagus.
Did she just push it open?
Yeah?
Um,
I'll
Lara,
help him.
thank you.
As you push it open, there are remnants of bones with scrawlings on them inside. And kind of tucked under these bones, you do see what looks to be a shark skin pouch. There's also like sticks. There's pine cones. Looks to be a severed hand. And a feather. No, it's a body of an owl.
The stuff required to open the sarcophagus.
Yeah, essentially.
But she didn't want anybody opening it.
She just had it just in case she wanted to open it.
Oh,
But yeah, there is also a sharkskin pouch within.
well, this is really interesting because you rub it one way, it's super smooth, and then the other way, you just can't move your hand at all. I wonder what's inside of it. I'll open it and look inside.
There are 2 potions. One of them looks to have a pure white milky liquid. And the other is a crimson liquid that kind of seems to pulse with a dull light, reminiscent of a heartbeat.
Yeah, got some potions in here. I can.
Don't drink it.
Oh no, I can take a closer look when we get back over to Tia's house. Or I can do it now. We got time.
What do you guys think? We just take a short rest here and then start heading over?
Well, that sounds like a good plan to me. Yeah, I want to get out of this room just in case it locks while we're in here.
Fair enough.
I don't.
The shrub will kind of waddle over and it'll seem to kind of slowly follow you guys out.
Come on, Terry.
As the shrub will kind of make its way out. Oh, well, I haven't been outside in a while. I'm gonna go now.
What if
All right. Take care.
Unless you guys got any questions, but I want to see the world.
Stay safe. It's a dangerous place out there for a plant.
Oh, yeah, you just gotta dig your roots in real deep and we'll survive the winter. Maybe. The berries are actually sweeter in the winter, so works out great.
Did that lady? Did she ever talk about somebody called the Frostmaiden?
Yeah?
She say anything about her at all? Other than she doesn't like the 10 towns?
She's gonna make people suffer. It's gonna be dark.
Yeah, that's kind of what we thought.
That's her. She rides a big bird.
That's new.
Yep, something called a rock or something. I don't know.
Oh goodness.
It's real big. We see it in the sky before the lights come up.
I have.
Yeah, that's a really big bird.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big white bird. Okay, I'm gonna go now. I'll see you guys.
Bye. Thank you for the berry.
Bye.
Okay. As it just kind of waddles off and into the darkness of the night. leaving you there with the body of a saber-toothed tiger.
Well,
All right, short rest. I'll identify the potions.
identify the potions, and we'll go to a cabin on the outskirts of the woods.
All right. Let's say the 2 potions. One of them is a potion of vitality, and the other is a potion of resistance, radiant.
I'll give the vitality right to Severage. Here, drink this.
As he's at 2 at the moment.
All right, I'll drink it. I trust you.
And any hit dice you spend will... Wait, no. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maximum number of hit points for any hit dice you spend.
Oh.
Well,
just
just
for
for me.
him.
Because I drank that potion.
Yeah.
Oh. Cool. That's a really good potion.
That is.
One of them.
Automatically negates any ill effects that you got from this place.
Cool. Now you don't have that wound.
That was when I went away with the healing word, but yes.
Mm-hmm.
That wound. Getting, I don't know, were they bugs? I don't know what she summoned, but I just get pecked to death by crows.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, the small birds, they really suck. They're annoying. They're always like, hey, look at me, look at me. Look, I can sing. Yeah, everybody can do that.
Oops, I bet I'm still.
A little bit of hostility there.
I'm just saying, they're not all they're cracked up to be. They just think they're all that. That's all.
Things pretty
Okay.
stuck. Yeah. All right. Well, I don't know if it lived up to the hype, but now we know.
That is true. There is the other sarcophagus in here you didn't open, but it's up to you.
I mean, I'm going to stay away from that one. But if you guys want to look,
I'll
I'm good.
leave that one to rest.
I think this place has been disturbed enough with saber-toothed cats, albino moose,
Just a crazy druid.
and plus
angsty druids.
we'll try and get back here in 14 days, 12 days, 14 days. Anyway,
For the mirror.
yeah, we can try. I mean, we don't have to make a whole ordeal out of it, but we're in the area.
Do you want to identify the mirror?
Oh, I can do that? Yeah.
You absolutely can.
Yeah, I'll identify the mirror.
Okay. The mirror. When its frame is lit, it functions like a crystal ball.
Oh, it just has to be lit up. Doesn't have to be moonlight.
It has to be moonlight.
Oh.
Illuminated by the moon.
When it's lit up, it's essentially that.
Ah.
It allows you
Yeah.
to scry from it infinitely.
Oh, wow. Infinitely while it's lit up.
Maybe not. Actually, it might have. It is also held to the wall with some sort of substance that makes it immovable.
Mm-hmm.
Can't take it with you.
Well, we would need to have, the moonlight in order for it to work anyway. Yeah, we could probably get some cool information from this thing.
Sorry.
I think we
Show
need
me
more
who the
information.
Frostmaiden is.
Yeah, well, when we come back, we can definitely try to do that.
Give me a religion check,
Mm.
Alara. I mean, I'll allow you. Severage, you would know the answer to who the Frostmaiden is.
Yeah, but Savage is a little conflicted right now
That's fair.
His
in that
mom.
department specifically.
It's his mother.
Uh, Alara, and even Phineas could give me a religion check too. It's not, especially up here. It is kind of common knowledge. Yeah, the Frost Maiden is the goddess Oral of icy hatred, harsh winters. Uh, yeah, that's about all you need to know.
Like a real god, or somebody
Yes,
who's like
a very real goddess.
a little out of our pay grade.
I have a feeling who we're after is not actually.
Not actually her.
I think we have someone taking advantage of a group of druids.
Known as
Well,
Lady Frostkiss or the Frost
well,
Maiden.
I mean, gods and goddesses are active in the world, but they're not usually this active, right?
Maybe someone really, really pissed her off.
I'm more leaning toward agreeing with Severage. Somebody's taking advantage of her following.
Yeah, but even so, surely only a and this is me just spitballing. Surely only a goddess would be like a god would be powerful enough to create an eternal winter over
In
this large an area.
Macradius almost created a way to prevent it. So, given enough
Hmm,
time,
And
fair point.
I mean, as much as
and it sounds like it's
clerics,
a daily process.
it is. It's new every day.
Don't think. I mean, I see that bird often. Maybe not a daily process, but I've seen that bird a few times.
Hmm.
I was saying, I think as much as clerics need their god for their power, I mean gods also need their clerics in order to work in the prime material. Uh, so I mean, if a whole group of this whole religion based around oral, if the clerics want one thing and the god wants another, the god kind of has to compromise with the clerics a little bit, right?
Do something to prove that they need what. Do something to align their goals.
An exchange of power.
An ultimatum.
Hmm,
And honestly,
interesting.
I would say all of you would know Severage more than most. There are worshippers of Oral, the Frost Maiden,
Hmm.
in the 10 towns. It's not
3 towns that sacrifice people to her.
towns
Hmm.
sacrifice people, warmth, food. It is not something that is taken lightly here. A lot of it out of fear, but some of it out of true belief.
Interesting.
I would
How,
say
how's, Ter- how's Terry looking?
Terry's fine.
burn his hit dice.
Yeah.
Do they even get hit dice?
Yeah, he's got 2 hit dice. Or maybe 3. I don't know. Wolf. He's got a wolf stat block.
I'll
Yeah, he's got
I'll
2.
get Terry hooked back up to the sled. And this is really nice that Terry's, cooperating with me. If he just tries to pull me, I'm going with him. He's gone. It's a good thing he's helping me out.
He's definitely haggard. This sled dog has seen some shit. Took on a saber-toothed tiger. I mean, not by himself, but he was face to face with one. Definitely has
Take
some cracked ribs and some fur missing. But you guys head back to Lonelywood from here?
On our way out, I'm going to basically signal as loud as I possibly can and for any Yeti in the area that there was a fresh hunt in this area so they can come eat this
And scavenge.
saber-toothed tiger.
Just kind of
Nice.
yells out in Wookiee. That's what I kind of imagine it's like.
It's in a little...
All right.
And then we leave because we don't want to be here when that happens.
Absolutely.
Mm.
So you head off back to Lonelywood. I'd say the travel there wouldn't be too hard. You've made this travel a couple of times so far. You would make it back, and after about 2 hours of travel, nearing now like maybe 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So it's dark, but it's still some torches lit within the town of Lonelywood. You would be stopped by a couple of individuals as you kind of approach the town. Someone roll me a d20.
$13.
That's interesting. Yeah. Just passerby, a human individual, rougher, older in years. You all are a sight for sore eyes. You hear about the saber-tooth now? The moose was gone, now it's saber-tooth.
Sabertooth's gone too. Just some actually my dog here. He took care of it. Terry, a good boy.
Oh.
I mean, it was really a group effort, but I'm trying to boost his confidence up a little bit. He just lost his brother.
Oh, okay. One dog's usually not enough for a sled. We probably have a few here. I'm sure they'd be willing to sell one to you for a fair price. I mean, you have helped out Lonelywood quite. You know, I'll say I did hear about some rather interesting news from the sheriff down in Bryn Shander. Apparently a goblin came knocking on the walls. Was trying to declare peace with some goblin band and some chief something or another. I don't know all the details. So that they would have peace with the 10 towns. This goblin people. I don't know much about that, but It all seems quite strange.
Hard to survive on your own.
Yes, but goblins. I mean, and I mean no offense, lady, looking to Alara. Drow are uncommon enough, and often rumors of them being violent and, well, you know, terrorizing. Goblins aren't even civilized. I don't know why they would want a peace treaty with the 10 towns.
It certainly
Different
sounds like a
times,
civilized
often
thing to
desperate
do.
methods.
Oh, maybe. I wouldn't know. Goblins in my time, just much like kobolds, nothing more than rabble-rousers and, well, often trying to steal your livestock and take what's yours for them.
There was a time you could
Times
say the same
change.
about wolves.
I mean, that sounds like an old edition way of thinking. You gotta stay current.
Oh.
Keep with the times.
Oh, maybe I'm just not fit to be in this world anymore. It's too cold, and, well, people aren't always what they seem, I suppose. It's curious. But I guess if you dealt with the the saber-tooth creature, I killed a hunter, but yes, I'll go let the speaker. I should know.
And hopefully,
Go ahead, Lara.
hopefully there shouldn't be another animal coming attack.
Wonderful, wonderful.
But
we
watch
killed
out
the
for
summoner. We dealt with the summoner as well.
You should watch out for the plants, though. We do have information that there might be some trees that might want to hurt some people
Oh, where did you receive this information?
from a tree. Well, more of a bush.
Oh,
Shrub.
Rubbery.
okay. Yes, I suppose. Yes, I am getting too old for these sort of things. Sorry for, yes. Thanks for your aid to Lonelywood. My children will probably appreciate it more than I.
Yeah, that's no problems at all, sir. Have you seen any other travelers come into town today?
Oh, out of the woods, I believe the Catwoman Tia and a shorter companion came by to her out of the woods. From the south, no one came along the road that I know of.
Those were the two that we were looking for. I'm glad they made it safe.
Oh. Well, I won't keep you long. You all look weary from travel. Maybe get some food and drink. You've earned it.
Mushtari.
Woof, woof.
Pull forward.
You guys, dilly-dallying. Are you guys doing anything in town, or are you going straight to the cabin?
You got nothing I need in town.
I was thinking to go right to the cabin. Let them know that we're good.
If you wanted to do any shopping, like you said, there could be if you wanted more sled dogs.
Yeah, I was thinking I'm not sure if something happened when I was in, but we still have this, well, at least one of the skins, don't we? Or do we have something to trade?
The moose skin was being worked on.
Yeah.
That's for Bakara.
And that is for Bakara, yeah.
Yeah.
Tia's cat. But there's the happy...
Oh, never mind, then we got nothing.
Yeah.
I have 4 gold. If that can buy a dog.
I've got 5.
If we just want a dog, I can go get a dog.
Go find a random dog in the woods.
I mean, we can get a good dog. We just can't come back. Or
Uh,
shouldn't.
I think we'll be fine.
I've borrowed a dog sled once or twice in my time.
And you always brought it back in one piece?
I usually no, I just left it at the next town. It's
Oh.
kind of like a rotating thing. It's a one-way trip.
Like take a sled, leave a sled kind of thing?
Yeah, something like that.
Look, I wouldn't mind that, but we can't guarantee that the dog will survive. So,
I'm-
we can't do like a swapsy thing.
I mean,
But hey, if one night you turn up with a dog, I won't question it.
I mean, truth be told, I don't know how much my heart can take seeing these dogs die.
These days, I move faster without the dog.
It's just good for hauling stuff.
I don't have to do that right now.
It's true.
So, well, we'll keep Terry around.
Cabin, have a conversation, figure out where to go next. Something to the north.
Yeah, into the woods.
As
The north of the
the-
woods is.
The
I think it's on the
mark
river or on the
on
sea
the
or in
sea.
this lake.
You would guess it would be around there.
So not north-ish, but not too north.
Yeah. More west, I suppose.
Mostly west.
Yeah.
That's on the map that we found.
Yeah. It would just be kind of like a picture of
There's a
the
shipwreck
north
or
of
something over there?
Lonelywood and the Mare Dualden, and then it would be like a compass rose on it, and then it would have like a shoreline, and it'd have like a drawing of a little ship. But, we'll say as you approach Tia's cabin at the outskirts of Lonelywood, at the outskirts of Lonelywood and the outskirts of Lonelywood, in between the two woods, one of them the town, the other the woods.
One of them lonely, one of them wood.
Yes, that will be a good spot to end tonight, as you did uncover. Oh, you've actually took out the threat to Lonelywood. Yeah.
Lonelywood is safe forever.
Lonelywood is...
It's safe from a crazy druid
It's
lady.
safe from a crazy druid.
For now.
And her sister.
That was crazy. Like she knew that Sev killed her sister. That happened like the night before.
Well, if she cheats and scries,
Yep.
I'm sure
Yeah.
she knows a
Yep.
lot.
But yeah.
Oh yeah, she could cheat because she could just like
She
do the
can
moonlight
moonbeam
thing.
and
Yeah.
turn it on and turn it off.
You know?
Yeah. So,
But yeah, we'll pick up there. We're taking next week off, so we'll be back in a couple of weeks. So be sure to check out what happens next time. We'll stay warm, stay safe, and we'll see y'all in a couple of weeks.
May Terry be with all of you.